Welcome to Barb's Craft Room. Yesterday I think I kind of left you in a weird situation with how I was making those cards. But I decided I wanted to move on from that. Okay? So what I did is I took all those pieces and I made the cards. I glued them together. So it's front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, front and back. So you see that these are all matted on one of the colors, and then I put the card base. The other thing you'll want to do though is cut some pieces that are white at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and glue on the inside of your card so it looks more professional. Majority of card makers put a card on the inside. You can stamp it ahead of time, so if you make a mistake on your stamping or whatever, then it won't be already in your card. If you leave them blank, then it's no problem. Don't forget though, on each of your cards, because you made them, you will want to put your name on the back. I have a little card stamp that says my name on it, and I have a completed card. I wanted to take a minute here and share with you what I also did. I had some extra pieces, so I cut them into 1/2-inch strips and I just glued them on the card just to use up the paper. These two look kind of cool. This one kind of looks like a mess, but I think I can still use it. So I have that. The next thing I wanted to show you is how to put a label on the front or a sentiment or something. I'm only going to do it on this one card, but I'm going to give you lots of options. Okay? So I punched out and stamped a whole variety of shapes. I put a heart shape. This was a tag that I had in a kit, so I just stamped on it. I stamped it on that one. I stamped a whole bunch of different tags, and I also stamped on a strip. Stamping on a strip is really an awesome thing, because this is your cutoff, and you don't throw them away, you just stamp happy birthday. Well, you can see that at least this one is crooked, but it's okay. I'm going to show you how to use them. I'm going to show you a few different ways to use the happy birthday or the stamp like this. So you can just put it on there like that, and it's said and done. The other option is you could take, and I have a ribbon that doesn't match, but you could take a ribbon and put a ribbon underneath of it and cut it off and have a ribbon there. You can put it either exactly on it or above it or below it. So there's that option. You can cut it down smaller. You could cut it, I'm going to show you on this one that's not straight. This one is not straight. So what you can do with this is cut it smaller so that you have just the words where they don't look crooked. Okay, so we have just the words. Birthday, where are you? Where'd the happy go? And just like that, it disappeared. I cut it. It flew off my paper. Okay, disappeared just like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll run into it again and I'll explain it. Another thing you can do is take a, I'm going to use a different card because I want to show you. This one, this card, you could easily put sending hugs. Looks beautiful just like that. It looks, whatever you want to do, it fits perfectly, right? All of these, they look fine. Here's a tag. A tag can go up in the corner and look like it's a gift. You can put a ribbon across it. There's another thing you can do. Instead of a ribbon, you can use paper strips, one this way and then one this way, and it looks like a gift, and you can hang your tag from the gift like that. If you don't like just a plain tag, you don't want it just white, it's so boring. Well, what you can do then is you can take a scrap piece of paper and you can take your pen and you can outline it, but do it ever so carefully so that you, sometimes when I do this, I go a little too fast and I actually go skip on top of the paper and make a mess. So be careful if you go slow. And if you outline the tag, you have a nice little outline on there. Can you see that? Nice little outline. So there's that option. The other option is to take a brush, and I have this brush, and you can take, I have another tag here. You can take a tag and brush the ends of it. It has no ink. Let's go to the ink here. This color is called Secret Sea. It looks like black. And a brush. This one needed some ink here. There we go. And you could brush the ink around the edges. So it looks kind of, I don't know what you would call it. It looks kind of messy. But I kind of like that look. But you can also take the tag and brush it so that it has color to it, but not completely color. So there's a tag with a little bit of color. Another option. These options are just what I said, just options. Another thing you could do is you could take the tag. Let's see, I have a tag like this. And I'm going to send hugs. But what I would like to do is I'm going to punch another tag exactly the same. You can put the tag this way. You can put the tag this way. Another way you can do it is you can cut it down the middle this way, or you can cut it down the middle this way. And I'm going to cut this one this way. When I lay the tag down, I'm giving it a little bit of space. Not a lot of space, just a little bit of space. What I like to do is glue on the tag itself so that when I place it on here, I have a little bit of space. There we go. And then on this one, you match it up. And you have a background there that is kind of close. So it looks like that. So if you were to put it on one of the cards with this kind of, I would use it on a card like that so that they match. You could put it on a card that's not exactly matching, but similar colors, and it also works. And since I'm here, I'm going to do exactly that. I have some dimensional tape. They call it dimensionals with an S. You put them on there. So now I have a card with a sentiment. We could complete all these cards with what I have. So let's go back to this one. We're going to make it a gift card. And I'm going to actually do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to make it a present. And I'm just eyeballing. You can go on the top of it like that, or you can go underneath of it like that. It's up to you how you like to do it, but I think for mailing purposes, it probably makes more sense to cut them so that you have a flat envelope still when you put it in the mail. And nobody's going to know because I cut that in the wrong spot. I was supposed to cut that here. There we go. That was a little crooked. But here's my tag. And what I thought, when you have a tag with a hole in it, a little piece of ribbon will go there. I have some sari silk here I will use as a ribbon because it's sitting right here in front of me and that I wasn't prepared to do this. That's what I will use. So to make a tag look like a gift, I could have used a gray or what that's called cloud cover. Could have used a cloud cover ribbon. I might have some cloud cover ribbon over there somewhere, but it's not on my table. So I'm going to use this. These are really not easy to make a bow out of. But there, I did it. And again, we will use the dots. I'm going to put one on the top and one on the bottom. Never get it off of there. There we go. And there is card number 2. And remember I said I had cut all these cute little things out? Well, what would really make this pop would be to add a little something. Let's see what I got here. A little flower, maybe. A little flower. And on top of the flower, maybe a little rhinestone. So let's do that. It could go here, it could go there. I think I'm going to put it right there. One little flower, and it made it a card. I need to go back and add, I don't have a lot of those cut. This could also be enhanced with some rhinestones or any kind of bling. So we have this one. This one says, may your birthday be filled with pretty things. White looks fine, but I think it would be better if it had some background to it. And it just needs enhancement of some sort. At least for me it does. You feel free to, do it how you think that you would like to do it. So, I'm just not sure yet. Well, I think I'll take this Timid Tiger and I'm going to use the brush tip. Use the top of the brush tip. A little bit more work to do this, but I think it'll be worth it. You can also use another one of these that's cut out. I don't have this punch. I think it came in a kit. And because it came in a kit, I could probably, lay it on a piece of paper. That'll do. And it needs to be raised. I need to raise it up. And this time I have 3 pop dimensionals. And that's card done. This card, let me think here. I like this tag, but I think I don't have this color. So let's do a sending hugs on this card. I'm going to send hugs. And this is a 1 3/8 circle punch. So I need a 1 3/4 cut. I have this color right here. It's not the same on the background, but because it's in the card, it will work. This can also be inked if you like. It's another option. You can dimensionally raise any part of any card that you feel like you want to raise. Or not. If you like them flat, put them flat. But on this, on having this, I can choose flowers or leaves or something, and I can put them in my card. You know what I mean? So I could have an enhanced card like that. Okay, so I'm going to glue this one flat. The whole point of me making these little flower things was to use them. So I'm going to send a hug. And I have some little small flowers here. Here's a small little one. I'm going to put this one here, halfway off. I'm going to glue some leaves down. Oh, I do like that. And what else will I put? Maybe another one of those, if I can find it. Here we go. And perhaps, let's see if I can find one that I like. I should put them all together so they go together. I need a pink one. I do like this. I think I'm going to put that one there. But I'm going to raise it up. And on a card like this, there's only 2 flowers, but you definitely want 3. An odd number. You need an odd number. So this is my 3rd one. And I think I'll put it right there. Sending love. Sending hugs. So that's a sentiment card. let's see. You can always make a big, pretty, let's see. I have this. That would be very pretty. But I think this is 1 3/4. So I would need what's 1 3/4? How about 2 inches? A 2-inch punch. And can make this really different here. I still feel like this is kind of plain, right? Don't you? Kind of plain. Let's just go with it. I'm going to try something else. Don't like that. Oh, well, see, I do like that. That goes much nicer. Yeah. They're not the same color. I was playing around and didn't make them all the same colors. I didn't really know what I was going to use them for, you know. So, well, pop them up. And let's put some pretty things on here. I really did like this. I thought that was pretty. Maybe on the bottom. On the bottom, but it needs to be balanced now. So to balance it, I could put a small one on the top. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's really cute. I like that. That's a pretty one. So there's that. And I have this. Let's see. What could I do with this? Well, I could put a heart on here. I could put a bigger heart underneath of it. But I like just the heart. So we're just going to put the heart on here. Simple as simple can be. And just doing this, we have all these extra cards. Sending hugs. Done. This one we could send some hugs in this one too. And I have this oval. But you see how it doesn't stand out. So that one will have to go on one that would stand out. It won't stand out on that one either. Because this, oh, see, it would stand out right on there. Sold. So making cards is really fairly simple. You just have the same stamp cut with different punches or dies, and very simply just put them on a card. I think that would be really pretty with I have some rhinestones over here. Oh, these are pretty, but you know, Stampin' Up! Has everything that matches, but I don't always necessarily go for the matchy-matchy. I use what I think is pretty. And when you're placing rhinestones on a card, to keep it attracted to the eye, your eye will focus with a triangle. There's a triangle. Pretty card. Done. Just like that. And then here we have a birthday. Let's do a birthday. When I stamped some of these birthdays, I was very disheartened. My ink was so much, they're so full of ink that I like this, but it's so, I don't know, thick. This one turned out better. But I'm going to go with this straight birthday. And I'm going to use up these strips that I have. And I'm going to do like that. You can go under or you can go over with your strip. Or you could do both, which is what I'm going to do. I did put this on the top. But you could also go underneath. And there's a cute little label. And then, of course, my dimensionals. A pretty little happy birthday right in there. And I found some butterflies. And these butterflies actually look like the color I want. I'm hoping that this will stick on here. If not, I will use glue. There's a butterfly on there. Just one butterfly? Yeah. Cute. Okay. That is where I'm going to stop. Very simply, I showed you so many options. But I have to stop at this point because my back is hurting me and I need to move. So thank you for watching. I hope I gave you a lot of ideas for birthdays, sending hugs, birthdays. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.